Hello, everyone. This is Paul Franzen, the editor-in-chief of GameCola.net.
And this is Nikola Suprak, the occasional writer at GameCola.net.
And today we are, quote, playing 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. The 2010 visual novel? Would you classify this as a visual novel?
Yeah, probably.
Or a game with
I'm not sure what else to classify it
lots
as.
of text and puzzles, but it's
Yes.
not necessarily an adventure game. 999.
Yeah, let's call it that. Not necessarily an adventure game.
Yes, that's a good genre. We decided to do a little playthrough of this game because people have been talking about it on GameCall a lot lately. I featured a video of it not too long ago. We mentioned it on the podcast several times, so we figured we'd actually show you what this game is, because I don't think a lot of people really played it and they didn't have any idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, it didn't really get like a widespread release, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't even know how I heard of it. So it's a game pretty much with a whole lot of talking. I'm talking like there are entire like 20-minute segments where it's just nothing but talking, and then kind of a long puzzle afterwards. It's a game for a very specific kind of gamer. I'll put it that way.
Yes, there's no shooting.
No
well,
no wacky
there's no
item
shooting that you
combination
do.
puzzles really either.
Yeah. So we just watched the entire intro.
Yes, and we talked over it. Yeah, so everyone watching at home, try to pay attention to the text on the screen. It's not a voice-acted game, and we will probably be talking over a lot of it.
This game is fiction, though.
Yes.
Which I'm good to know.
Although it's set in a real setting of sorts. I think. Well,
you obviously did not get the true ending.
I obviously did not. All right, then never mind. I guess we will learn more about that in our adventure through this game.
So there's a giant ship.
Or is it? I'm just gonna keep doing that the whole time. Yeah, so again, for anyone who's never heard of this game, it's not really a comedy game like we tend to feature on the YouTube channel.
No, there's no. Well, there's a joke every now and then.
Yeah.
But,
and there's that one extremely long innuendo scene that I posted about before, which was just phenomenal. The rest of the game, not really a laugh a minute. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but
unless you have a very weird sense of humor. Should we just narrate this?
I don't know. I
No,
think people can read it. I can read it, so therefore everyone else can.
Okay, that was a joke. I definitely didn't want this text.
I'm so sorry. No, that could be fun. One of us can read the narration, one can read the dialogue, and do voices. It'll be great.
We need a girl for the female characters, though.
Oh.
Or I guess I could do a falsetto. I can do a pretty good falsetto.
I can call Lizzo in. People keep requesting her to join in on these videos.
Yeah, she already said no.
Yeah, she did.
So he just rolled out of the topmost bunk.
Yeah, always a fear of mine in bunk beds.
That's why I always call bottom bunk.
Yes. Not that I've slept in a bunk bed in a long time. So
the screen is shaking a little bit there to mimic the shaking that he feels.
Yeah, very clever trick.
Mm-hmm.
So he's waking up on a ship in an Earth.
He's spending a long time wondering what's going on. Just
meanwhile, well, I guess we'll learn what meanwhile is very shortly.
Uh-huh.
How do you pronounce his name, do you think?
I'm gonna say Junpei.
Junpei. Okay.
How do you pronounce it?
I have this thing when I'm reading names that I don't know how to pronounce. I always just, my brain just kind of skims over them and doesn't even try to pronounce them.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not pronounce it.
Well, I think there's a female character in here that refers to him as Junpei.
Yes.
So I thought it might be like Junpei or something that is at least close to that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that works for me. Sure. I'm sure someone will comment if we have it wrong.
We can just call him Mr. J.
The game's now showing us all the different scenes in this room that we will be exploring shortly. And by the way, I forget if I mentioned this. We're not actually playing this live. This is just like with our Back to the Future videos before, pre-recorded footage, courtesy of Michael Gray, Arglethump. So we're just kind of giving commentary over it, DVD style.
Big number 5 on the door.
What does it mean?
Junpei just asked the same question. Oh, it's locked. It's going to be a problem.
Oh, but what's this? Sort of card reader next to it.
He's really quick to figure out what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly this is a card reader.
So he has no idea how he got here. Is that true?
Yes, at this point he has no idea.
Yeah. So your typical person wakes up in an unfamiliar area and they can't remember anything that's happened.
He's actually taking it pretty well.
He is, isn't he? He's not freaking out or anything, really.
No, the number 5 is written in blood on the door. He's like, "Hey, let me out."
Suspiciously, he's wearing a bracelet with the same number on it.
I have that same watch.
Do you?
No.
Because I think it was actually available as a pre-order bonus with the game.
Oh, really?
Yes. So it's not entirely impossible that you do.
It's only useful when it's exactly 5 o'clock.
No way to remove it.
Uh-oh.
But what does it all mean? We're going to be asking that for a while now.
Yeah, I'd say like 80% of the game is just more mysteries piling on top of each other. There's very little explanation until the very end.
Which I've never seen before. I've played through this. This game is a game that has multiple paths, multiple endings. I've played through it twice. I've gotten one just terrible ending where nothing was explained to me whatsoever, and then I apparently got the first correct ending, but I believe the explanation there turns out to be false, and it doesn't actually explain what's going on until the second correct ending.
Yeah, it's about right. I actually went through and got all the endings.
Oh, you did? Wow. So. I didn't think you really liked this game.
I don't. But once I start something, I'm like determined to finish it. I have a problem, yeah.
See, I actually did. I enjoyed it pretty good. I thought the story was kind of fun. Puzzles kind of drove me insane, especially doing them multiple times. But I thought I found the storyline reasonably engaging, but not enough that I could sit through it that many times.
Yeah, the main problem, like, it lets you sort of skip through the text the second time through, which it doesn't really. You just go through it quicker.
Yeah.
But you can't skip the puzzles no matter how many times you've done it, which isn't really a good idea.
That's kind of what drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess what I did on my second playthrough was that I just kind of sat there with a walkthrough and just followed that for all the puzzles. But really, a game shouldn't put me in that kind of situation.
No,
there really should have been an option to skip to all the different branching points. As I feel other games that are quote visual novels do exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when getting the good ending is almost sort of random.
Yes.
Depending on what doors you choose.
Yeah, it's really arbitrary. There's no way for you to tell which path you're to make sure you're going the right path, right? Unless you have the walk in front of you.
No, at least I remember like my second or third time through, I was like, all right, I'll make all the doors add up to 9. That's got to be the right way to do it.
Oh man.
But not so much.
Well, the second time through, I definitely just picked the doors that Michael Gray told me to take.
No, that's a better method than what mine was.
I was like, okay, I'm not going to sit through any more of the bad endings. I can read about what happens in them.
It's pretty much everyone gets murdered.
Now, if the game had achievements, that would be different.
Yeah. The DS is not picking up on the achievements. Nintendo's having none of that.
The PlayStation Vita is going to be all over trophies, though. Okay, cool. I guess they'll tie.
All right. We're going through our first puzzle.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I guess we've gotten a bit off topic, but...
Yeah, he's about to drown,
yes.
so I guess that's important. Although it doesn't look like the water is moving at all because it's a still screen. Ice is pouring in.
That's pretty much the so basically. He woke up here. He doesn't know what's going on. He's going to drown. He needs to find his way out. And like, I guess, sort of similar to a Phoenix Wright game, a lot of the gameplay involves searching around your environment, tapping on things, interacting with them, examining them, and then figuring out what to do with them. Although there's a lot more, like, logic puzzles to this game than to Phoenix Wright. Another.
And there's no fun courtroom segments.
Yes. I'm glad you didn't just stop that sentence after fun, because that would have been sad.
Well, I mean, that's also true.
Oh.
There's also no fun.
Wow. So this is going to be a 9-hour game in total, I think, possibly 10 hours.
That sounds about right.
Everyone get comfortable. Yeah, I think Michael is cleverly splitting it up into 9 different videos.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't recommend you power your way through the entire thing at once.
Oh wait, if it's 9 different videos, then it can't be 9 hours because this video is almost 2 hours. Oh God. Well, think about that later. In the meantime, we have a room to explore.
You're learning about items right now.
Yeah, this is another part that was not fun to go through after you played it already.
It wasn't fun to go through the first time if you've done any sort of adventure game in the past.
Is this one of those games where it has a notepad in game that you can take notes on?
I actually can't remember. I'm gonna say maybe.
I feel like it does, but then I
don't remember ever using it.
So much more efficient just to use an actual pad of paper in front of me.
Right now you have a screwdriver.
Yep, we're 12 minutes in and they're just droning on and on and on about how to use the screwdriver. Yeah, that's one of the things about the game. A lot of the dialogue is a little...
A screwdriver, huh? So he's surprised that a screwdriver's there, but he's not worried about the giant number 5 pasted across the door. The screwdriver's weird.
What? There's a key here? Yeah, to his credit, though, I think a different character in this situation would not be acting as calmly as he is.
No.
Right about that.
No, I'd be crying.
Yes. He would be drowning is what he would be doing.
Yeah, there's only a foot of water, but I would be drowning.
It takes a special kind of person to figure out what's going on and then like to figure out that there's a puzzle that you have to solve to get out of this room. I think a lot of people would just be like, well, this is not good. Just give in.
That Michael's gonna use the screwdriver on the briefcase.
Yeah, there are 2 of these safes in this room that we're going to have to open up in order to continue. And a code that we'll have to work out in order to open them. The game generously refers to this as a mini-game. Sorry, I know you didn't like the game. I shouldn't be so down on it, though, because I actually did enjoy playing it.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the positive
I am
side.
supposed. Well, anyone who's watched our videos before knows that I struggle to be positive. It's so much easier to make fun of something than to talk about how great it is.
It is, yeah. It
happens on the podcast all the time too. Oh well. See, I would be much more concerned about how time has clearly stopped right around here, in this part of the room.
We entered a time hole apparently.
Yeah, so we found a picture. We're going to open it up and maybe find something inside it, hopefully.
Michael has not flipped the picture over, but those numbers are actually on the back of the photo.
Yes. Oh boy. To learn how to combine items.
Didn't he already combine an item?
Yeah, wait, didn't he have use the screwdriver on the
I thought so.
Like 5 seconds ago? It's a very thorough game, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. What happened to the screwdriver? That's
You just
useful. Hold
threw
on
it
to that.
away.
It dissolved after one
Done
use.
with that.
One time use screwdriver.
What are the odds that I'll have to use a screwdriver again? It never comes up. That's something I find weird about adventure games, the kind of game where if you use an item once and that's it, and just is gone from your inventory.
So it is a table. I like how calm it is. It's like a little waterfall. That will drown me shortly.
He's just upset that he doesn't have access to like Twitter or Facebook, so he can update everyone about this.
Yeah. Hashtag imminent death. There's a pipe on top of the bed?
Yeah, something that's kind of weird. It's like this is definitely the kind of game where you're supposed to explore and examine everything in your environment, but there's also like supposedly like in game there's supposed to be kind of a time pressure on him because the water coming down. It's kind of funny that he's spending like the character is spending all of this time examining everything very thoroughly. Oh,
look at this teapot.
Oh, a teapot. That's interesting, etc.
Yeah, so what you're supposed to do here is that the blue shapes correspond to the code, and you find the numbers that correspond to the shapes on a different sheet of paper, and then use it to unlock the briefcase.
Yes. Hey, this might be a walkthrough yet. And in the briefcase, we found
A file. Oh.
we found more.
Oh. A tutorial. This is a terrible prize.
I feel like I didn't use the file menu all that much.
I don't think I ever used it.
I think I did a little on my second playthrough because on my first playthrough I didn't remember about it.
Yeah. I think I opened it once and then closed it. This is pretty much the only important thing you need to know, I think, from the files. That they teach you how to use the digital routes, which are pretty simple. But
would you like to explain them to anyone who's not reading?
Sure. For our blind viewers, you probably shouldn't be playing this game in the first place. But if you are, what you have to do is you have to add the numbers of the different cards you have, and then that will be your digital route. Unless the number is greater than 10, then you add the individual numbers, and then that's your individual route.
You pretty much just keep adding the digits together over and over again until you
get a single digit number.
Yes.
Like Junpei says here.
This will become very important throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. They also I like how they give you a calculator in case you're really, really bad at adding.
Yes.
Because it's not like you have to. There's not any complex numbers you're combining here.
Tutorial screens just always seem so much more boring when I'm watching someone else play them. I don't remember. I think this has come up in some of the other games we've done commentary for. I don't remember being that much of a problem when I played the game, at least the first time. But
no, well, probably because it's useful the first time. Then after that, it's just
that's true.
Sort of a waste.
Oh, wait. We don't have all the key cards yet, right?
No, there's another 3.
Right. Oh, there we go. There's the key for the other box. They're safe.
I think Junpei's going to have a mild freak out here.
You have played this game a lot. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not just that he doesn't remember how he got here. He doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
Except his name, I guess?
Well, he does remember stuff. Like, he's about to remember how he got here. He knows most of his backstory. He just... I guess he's surprised that he looks really tired. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because that's definitely his face. They show him in flashbacks. It's not like he had another person's face put on top of his.
Twist. Yeah, here we go. You're right. A little bit of backstory now at how he got where he is.
I'm glad that inside his apartment door was his apartment. I also like how they give us the rent for it.
Right? And the apartment number, too. Like I said, it's a very thorough game.
Although, if you add the digital root of his rent, it is 9. So
Wow.
just throwing that
Did
out
you
there.
just notice that, or?
I did just notice
That's
that.
awesome. Digital root of his apartment number was, however, 3, I believe.
Yeah, yes, so that doesn't really help.
Yeah. Also, wait, was this apartment like 600 something? That's not bad.
Yeah, 630.
Yeah. Maybe it's a crap hole. Apparently, people just break into it and kidnap him, so.
Yeah. Without anyone realizing. He's got terrible neighbors. Because it's not like they're going to show the kidnapper here in a second, and it's not like he's in a conspicuous outfit.
Nope, nobody saw him, placing a window up to his apartment window, which I'm guessing is on at least the second floor because it's 2 something.
Mm-hmm. Because of video games and movies, if I ever see a window left open, I'm going to assume someone's in my house.
Yep.
See, like, how did no one notice this guy walking around the apartment complex?
And there he goes.
Just like a discarded puppet.
The localization of this game is not half bad, I have to say.
No,
Yeah.
I think the dialogue's actually pretty good. It's one of the parts I thought
Yeah.
was
Because
fairly...
this game must have originally been made in Japan, right?
Yes.
Like, this is such a Japanese game.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting, because I've played a lot of adventure games that have come from different countries, and you can usually very easily tell that they are not originally written in English. This one, though, this is a pretty good localization, good translation.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm a little confused how he didn't notice his apartment was filled with white smoke. You think the open window would actually help a little bit here, but apparently not.
Kind of let some of the smoke out. Yeah.
Yeah. So now your kidnapper is telling you you're going to take part in the Nonary Game, which I think they explain a little bit more coming up after you get out of this room. He's having a really long flashback considering he's about to drown.
Yeah, I think he has more pressing concerns at this moment.
His water's entering very slowly.
Not even moving.
No.
Here we go. I was going to question that earlier. He said he saw a man in his room earlier. I was wondering how he could tell, and now he's not actually sure after all. Games that have openings like this kind of drive me crazy a lot of the time, because I feel like they're being obscure just for like obscurity's sake. Like they're not explaining things, and they never are going to explain anything just because they want to add intrigue to it. This game actually does explain things eventually.
Well, see, I actually like this beginning. It's towards the end where they try to start explaining stuff.
It's when they actually explain things that it gets bad.
Yeah. It's like we've got this great idea for a mystery, and then at the end they're like, wait, we never figured out how to resolve this. This is going to make very little sense, but all right.
Do you think that they didn't know how they were resolved, like they were making it up as they went along?
No. Well, we can talk about this a little bit more when we get to the ending. I don't want to spoil anything for people who are... But there is I will say there is a very funny site where the director goes, or the writer of this goes through and tries to explain everything. And it's usually a bad indication if you have to have a site dedicated to making sense of your plot.
Awesome.
So, the same sort of puzzle as last time.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you can really see how this would be a little less fun the second, third, and fifth time you go through this.
Yep.
I think there was
especially the first couple times I was trying to get the good endings without using like an FAQ, but then I gave up on that because it is impossible.
I think there was about 8 months in between my 2 playthroughs, so on my second playthrough I at least had the benefit of not remembering everything. So for some of the puzzles, it was sort of like I was doing them for the first time, but I mean, for things like this isn't exactly a complex puzzle.
No.
So it wasn't really a lot of fun to just go through the motions of solving it the second time. But some of the other puzzles, I had forgot them enough that it was interesting again to try to solve them. Plus,
Yeah.
I'm just very bad at this kind of puzzle, so it's always going to be a challenge to me.
I didn't. At least for me, I didn't find any sort of difficulty at all for most of the game, which was a little disappointing.
Yeah, it was about the right amount of challenge for me, because for the most part I did not have to look up the answers. That's pretty much where I draw the line. If I can figure them out, then I'm pretty happy. I don't know. I'm much better with wacky item combination puzzles than I am with more logic-based, math-based puzzles.
So you're not a fan of the Professor Layton series? Then?
Never played them.
You haven't?
I haven't. No. We have one of them in my household, but I haven't actually played it. Although I did. Have you played a Puzzle Agent at all?
No, I haven't.
I think the puzzles in that game are supposed to be pretty similar, and I did enjoy that, but I enjoyed it more for the atmosphere and the characters than for the actual gameplay. So.
I see.
This is where.
This is another thing that sort of bothers me, where they sort of explain the puzzle right out to you.
I was just going to mention that too.
There's you cut cards, but Junpei has to go on and say, "Well, I have to get these to equal 5," instead of letting you figure that out on your own.
It's a really tough balancing act, though. For any listeners who don't know, I'm kind of developing an adventure game on the side, and I keep having to balance wanting to make a complicated puzzle, but wanting people to be able to figure it out. It's like having to write hints that sort of try to lead the player in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't think it was too hard when I played through it, but then again, I did have the entire script in front of me, so I knew what I had to do at all times.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, there were definitely some parts where my programmer came back to me and said, we need to make this a little easier, because no one's ever going to be able to figure this stuff out. But
our playtesters are crying. Yay, like, you got out.
Yeah, Junpei figured it out, this puzzle. Maybe he has the script in front of him, too.
Yeah. See, now it looks more serious than what it was in his room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his water situation is not getting much better.
No.
Maybe you should close the door to stop the water from coming out of there.
You're going to sink the entire ship. Way to go. Another door.
Ah, this one doesn't have a number on it, though.
That's a better sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just open this one.
Does he realize he's in a ship at this point? He does, right?
I'm not sure. He seems really surprised that there's stairs here.
That's what I was just wondering. Like, I don't know where else he could think he was, though. Oh, there. He thinks he's in a mansion. There you go. Why not?
An underwater mansion. Okay, so he can't help but
that would be awesome. An underwater mansion.
I think you are in a ship, Junpei, if I had to guess from all this water.
Yeah.
This is totally a boo.
You need to get out of this part of the ship. Yeah.
There we go. Your white salt's right in front of him. I think this is supposed to be him running up the stairs.
Right, okay.
There's never any real sort of animation in this game, which I'm fine with. But
yeah. I mean, for this style of game, I think that's okay.
People.
Aha.
Like the guy's face on the right. That's the expression you should have when you're in a situation.
That's the guy who's reacting properly to this whole scenario.
Yeah.
Or is he?
I do like the clothing assortment that people have here.
Yeah. Nice variety. So one of these people could stand to wear a little bit more clothing, I would say.
The man with the overalls?
Yes, exactly. He needs to cover that up.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first started playing, I was like, what sort of situation was she in that she was in that outfit before she...
Yeah, because Junpei, or no, sorry, I was gonna say he was not sleeping when he was taken out. He was just getting back into his apartment.
Right.
So maybe she was just getting back from work, I guess.
There we go.
See, they're commenting on how she needs more clothes too.
What exactly would you call her top? Like, that's not a bra, but...
I'm not sure I would classify it as a top. I think it counts as clothing.
Everyone's following this strange woman.
If anyone hears something that sounds like a rodent chewing in the background, that would be my bunny rabbit, Maya. She's found a delicious box in the kitchen. Oh yeah, this part kind of struck me as strange both times I played the game, where he kind of gives pseudonyms to all of the characters about
and then they're immediately
before
changed.
They all come up with pseudonyms for themselves.
I like his original names better. Pink hair.
I was just getting used to the old names.
This guy looks like a hipster here on the right.
How do you feel about the way the game is introducing the characters like this with so much exposition?
I had heard it was a visual novel, so I was sort of okay with it. But yeah.
Recently played another sort of similar game called Corpse Party for the PSP. And they literally have a room where it just has icons of all of the characters, and you walk up and push A on them, and it gives you like a mini biography for each of them. This is something you get to do before the game actually starts. It was really bizarre. I kind of feel like they had to put that there, like they were just at the end of the development cycle for the game, and they're like, oh crap, no one knows anything about any of these characters. Let's find an arbitrary way to explain who they are.
The mountain here kind of has Phoenix Wright's hobo hat.
He does.
At the same store.
Perhaps the same park bench. Have you noticed that Michael Gray is actually posting the Apollo Justice videos on YouTube now, too?
Oh, I did not know that. I thought he was against that.
That's what I thought, too. I thought he wasn't going to be doing any more videos at all for the site, but anyone who's been waiting for more Michael Gray, it's right there. Just go check it out. But after you watch our videos.
Of course.
Ours are way better.
If you watch the 10 hours of videos for this.
Some more doors with big numbers on them, written in blood or something that's supposed to look like blood.
He just assumes they're paint, but I don't know.
You know, you'd think you'd be able to tell, actually, if you got close enough. I bet I could tell.
Paul is very good at identifying bloodstains.
It's come up a lot, can I say? I mean, it would probably smell at least, right?
Blood smell? I don't know very much about blood.
I feel like it smells.
I feel like it changes. Like it's not red after it's exposed to the air for too long. It turns more of a darker color.
I think you're right. So we're learning that all of the characters we just met had the same experience as Junpei.
Mm-hmm. And luckily, all of them were good at puzzles. Otherwise, someone would have drowned already.
Yeah, that's a good point. No one was foiled by the first step of the Nonary game.
What is it? What do you think that was painted with? Why is there like streaks all over the place? Way off to the side.
I think he made like a perfectly symmetrical 5, and then he realized that doesn't really fit the setting. It just kind of threw paint on the rest of it all over it afterwards.
Scary. Mountain's trying to break the door down. If I were him, I'd start kicking the wood around the door. I think that'd be easier.
You know? Might be a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think they would have learned in the previous room that breaking down the doors probably isn't going to work that well. Would have already tested that theory.
Uh-huh. You think someone would have tried that already?
Yes. Oh, we're still doing it. Okay.
Yeah, Mountain couldn't do it, but Junpei is going to be able to.
We're just going to try all of the doors.
Someone else come over here and pull.
Nothing if not thorough.
Mhm.
Which screen is the top screen? Is the right one the top screen here?
I think the left one's the
Left
top
one's
screen.
the top, okay.
Or, no.
No.
I have no idea.
I feel like I remember the dialogue being on the bottom screen, but I might be wrong. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Next time that there's a puzzle, whichever one you
Yes.
see all the puzzle stuff on, that's the...
'Cause I noticed it because this is different from other DS walkthroughs we've put on the site before. I think on the Phoenix Wright videos, I think we just focus on one screen the whole time and kind of switch between the two, depending on which is active. Trying to play around with it, do something different for this one.
Mm-hmm. So this is actually a pretty good idea because there's text and visuals on different screens here.
Yeah. Oh. Seems to know this person.
Mm-hmm. Is she just wearing a shirt, or is that like a shirt dress?
Huh. She seems
This
to
is
have
why we need Lizzo here.
like another shirt under it, I think. See something going on.
Just a really huge hood, yeah. Did he not catch her? What?
I don't
like any...
Whoa. Uh-oh. So he tried to catch her and he just fell.
Oops. Underneath.
Yeah, I'm sure this was unintended.
Uh-huh. They're staring at each other for a long time.
Meanwhile, everyone else is just standing around.
Yeah.
Room.
You're gonna get up? Yeah.
Try running into this door again. Come on, the girl hasn't tried it yet.
Oh, of course. It was Akane. So this should be rather suspicious that there are 9 random people on the ship, but these two somehow know each other.
Although we may learn that other people on the ship know each other as well.
Mm.
Maybe.
Mm.
Maybe we
Perhaps.
won't. Maybe I'm just being random. It'll be a real gotcha moment when it turns out that no one knows anyone else. It'll be hilarious.
Perhaps they're all the same person.
Whoa!
Hmm.
Great twist. And you should have been a writer for this game. Oh, we are hearing from a mysterious voice.
Yeah, the mysterious voice, they're finally getting off each other.
Mysterious voice had enough.
Yeah. So it's less of an invitation. Or kidnapping.
That's how I invite people to my parties. It's the only way they come. Yeah, these names just are confusing me now. So I'm so used to seeing the other pseudonyms for so long.
That's Ace, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So apparently some people here have played this game before, or at least familiar with it. More reading.
I bet if this game is fully voice acted, it would not even fit on a DS cartridge.
Yeah. That's why they had to eliminate all the voice acting.
Also, the voice acting would take over like 90% of their budget.
I could do what Professor Layton does and just voice act the important scenes.
How do you tell what the important scenes are, though?
When they start talking. Now getting some background into the Nonary game.
Mhm. Learning that there are doors and we have to go through them.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah. Should be pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Just pass yourself into them a couple more times. You have to run into it equal to the number that is on the door.
That mountain guy's still pulling on it. So basically, you just gotta get the digital root to equal the number on the door, and the door will open, sort of like what you already did.
Yeah. So you need 3 to 5 people whose bracelets and digital root equal the number on the door.
Mm-hmm.
See, they just explain so much in this game.
Oh, this is a bracelet.
Dun dun dun.
That's how I play tic-tac-toe as well. Get out alive. So number 9 is the exit door. That's what you want to try and find. Uh-oh. Nine hours? How generous.
How unexpected.
Yeah.
But wait, did he just say that the Titanic had however much time without explaining any relevancy to why he's mentioning that? Like,
He's just a big fan of the movie.
is that how long that movie was, too? It might be. Isn't that crazy? I'm starting to go a little more, too off topic. I need to pay more attention to what's going on, I think.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about how dreamy Leo is, perhaps. Well, was anyway.
Not a big fan of him in Shutter Island or whatever his newest movie was.
He's an excellent actor. His face is just getting a little fat.
I will also say he can't do accents at all. Perhaps some movie was trying to do a Boston accent, and I was just confused. Did Leo have a stroke?
I was a big fan of Catch Me If You Can. I thought that was a pretty good movie. So to sum up, get through the doors.
Yeah, don't die.
Yes. Do not die. Then you lose, if that happens.
And everyone who enters a door has to contribute, otherwise bad things happen.
Yes.
Which we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, exactly. If someone has gone through a door without being one of the people who had their number scanned to get in, then yeah.
So many questions. They're laying out all the major plot points here.
You guys, you've just used an hour just sitting around thinking. Come on. Or when did the 9 hours start? Did it start like when at the explosion at the beginning of the game, or did it start now?
That's a good question. I think it starts now.
Okay.
Because at least that's what they're assuming. They counted 9 hours from.
Oh, maybe they
the
shouldn't be
timing.
making that assumption, because I would have assumed it started at the explosion.
I would have assumed when I passed out on the ship is when it started, so we'd probably be dead almost.
Yes, that's what I think, Lion. Come on. So here's a question: how many minutes has it been since our last puzzle? Not that I'm complaining. I mean, that's just the style. That's the nature of this game. That's the style of game it is. But there's a lot to
I'd say about 15, and I'd more than that actually, maybe like 20. And I think there's probably another 20 or so until the next puzzle comes along.
Just the kind of game it is.
Yeah, if you don't like reading,
yes,
then you're sort of out of luck here.
Yeah, people like to complain about Phoenix Wright having a little too much talking, not enough doing things.
I think it has just enough. See, I'm okay with a lot of talking if it's like well written,
yeah,
interesting or funny. But
I do feel like a lot of dialogue in this game is extraordinarily repetitive and redundant. Which again, I guess was kind of a style choice. They wanted to make absolutely sure that nobody has any questions about what they're supposed to do right now.
Yeah, it's just the story that's incredibly confusing.
Yes.
So no one wants to swim down in D deck. The prince knelt down. I don't know why he calls him a prince. This guy's clearly a hipster. The skinny tie, the old-timey jacket.
I think this game just
Another
needs like
sort
a
of
copy editor, perhaps. Just go through with a red pen, say, "You said this already. You said this already. You said this already." Duh.
The mountain's trying to break down another door. That's all this guy's done so far. Maybe this one. Looks like a giant eye to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they could have easily cut out at least 50% of the dialogue in this game and still had a nice visual novel puzzly game. Maybe 25%.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind the quantity. I'm fine with the quantity. It's the quality I'm a little concerned about.
Well, I mean, if they can have a 40-minute conversation without just saying the same things over and over again, that would be great.
Hey, you're supposed to be the one liking this.
I know. It's just so much easier to talk about the parts I don't like.
They're very Zero's very lucky. Someone on board knows all the astrological symbols here.
I wonder if people who were reviewing this game were tempted to just give it a 9, just for fun. Like, please let this game be good. I really want to give it a 9.
I think I gave it like a 4 or a 5. I can't remember.
Did you review it?
Yeah, not on Game Cola. I submitted a review to GameFAQs.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's right.
A lot of my reviews are way too long for Game Cola, and I'm bad at it.
We have low attention span at Game Cola.
Junpei was not happy. That's good to know. I could surmise that from being trapped on a ship.
I once had a similar hair color to pink hair here.
Did you?
I did.
Similar style as well?
Oh, no. I don't think I could ever grow that much hair. Similar color, though. Those were good times.
I did not.
Oh.
Yeah, I never went pink. So now they've spent like an hour, and they've sort of figured out that they have to do what Zero said they should do at the very beginning. I always got excited when I saw the number door because I knew some puzzles were actually on the other side.
I like this. And now Dancer is saying, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Let's look around again.
There's got to be another way out.
She just wants everyone dead.
I don't understand how this group ever gets anything done.
Yeah. Who's gonna come find them? And they think they're in a boat in the middle of the ocean.
That's how most Game Cola staff meetings go, also.
Usually more crying, though. Lots more crying. Hey, shut up! That's also how most Game Cola staff meetings go.
That's how they start, too.
Yeah.
We actually did used to have staff meetings way back in the day.
Oh, really?
Not that this has any relevancy to this video whatsoever, but I'll be quick. When we started the website, I was still in high school, and all of the writers were also at my high school. And once a week, we would have an after-school meeting in the cafeteria to talk about Game Cola and what we wanted to do with the next issue.
We should still do that. We can meet in a cafeteria somewhere.
In a high school cafeteria.
Who are you guys?
In college, we actually briefly, in Game Cola college years, we briefly tried doing chat room meetings, but nothing ever really got done.
Didn't work.
Yeah. I feel like the podcast is basically the staff meeting now.
Yeah. I'm so bored. You have to assume if he went to all their houses and kidnapped them, he has to know a little something about them.
I was just thinking that too. I mean, how random could this collection be?
Yeah.
I don't want this guy on my team.
No. Hey, why don't you focus on breaking down doors, guy?
You can't even do that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the part where we just go reset all the names that we learned.
Yeah. So hopefully you didn't grow attached to pink hair or
I'm not really sure what I would have done as a writer for this game either, because they need to have you need to have a way to refer to them before you get to this point. So I guess the way he did it was as good a way as any without having him just say girl, boy, other boy.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more that the game just takes so long to do everything that it does. It felt so weird, though, to spending so much time setting up these names that we're not going to use ever again.
Uh-huh. All these people are really good at thinking of code names extremely quickly.
They are. They should just let Junpei pick everyone's names. All right, you're pink hair.
You're old man. You're smelly. Let's go. Is that a moon tattoo for a belly button, or I can't quite tell what's going on?
I thought it was jewelry before.
Oh, that's soldered onto her body? Now I have more questions.
It's a highly advanced belly button ring. Oh. We just learned that cool guy is blind.
Yeah, now I bet you Junpei thinks he's a jerk for thinking he was just sleepy.
Oh, everyone's awkward now.
Yeah. Let's moon him.
I think that's what Mountain's thinking. Great, now I'm calling him that. I'm not going to remember what his real name is.
7. He just calls himself 7 because he's got no creativity. I'll think of code names for a number. I'm 7, so I'll be 7.
Oh, he doesn't get to have a cool nickname.
Oh man, I was gonna be Cinco de Flyo. Either she has to be incredibly warm or Dancer has to be incredibly cold. I don't Some of them, the amount of clothing on these people is not proportionate.
Not something I've ever thought of before, but
Because that's a huge sweater. Although I'm not sure if she's wearing pants, so maybe it balances out.
they never really go into that for some reason. The logistics behind their clothing. Should have started a timer when the last puzzle ended.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely after the 30-minute mark, and we're almost at the hour mark. So
yeah. See, you can definitely really see like how a lot of people would really dislike this style of game.
Mhm.
Like like I was saying before, there are a lot of people who think Phoenix Wright doesn't have enough gameplay to it. I've seen complaints about that before, so
we are not some of those people.
no, we're not.
Which is why Paul likes this game. I think. I don't know. I thought you liked this.
Apparently I don't, because I keep complaining about it. But no, I definitely like. One of my favorite things about video games in general is just playing a part in a really big story like this. So when games focus much more on the story than the gameplay, that's not necessarily a bad thing for me. And it's not so much. I don't know. I keep harping on the fact that there's so much talking in this game, but it's really more that the talking is just so redundant.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really bothers me more about it than anything else.
This right here is the face of a man who's completely under control.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how he solved the first puzzle.
Yeah.
It's not
how
like
he got out of that
maybe
first
his
room.
puzzle was really easy.
His door is just unlocked.
Yes.
Just had to figure out how to open the handle. I like how it's still framed and we can still tell he's incredibly sweaty.
With a voice like old paper.
What does old paper sound like?
I actually have some old paper handy if you're...
All right, let's get it.
Okay.
Let's see what it sounds like. This is what he's talking like.
Okay, should I crumple it or should I tear it?
Well, let's go with crumpling.
All right. Old paper. This is what this guy talks like. Yes, I have an antique receipt dispenser hanging up in my room. I use it for scratch paper. I'm not making this up.
Well, it came in handy. Now we know what he sounds like.
I guarantee you that there are no other playthroughs of this game on YouTube that go into that.
Uh-oh. I think something bad's gonna happen.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he stopped sweating.
Yeah, he's okay now. Yay!
Hooray!
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Oh.
He's gonna hug her.
How old is she supposed to be?
Like 12. Yeah, this doesn't look right. I don't know how old she looks like.
She looks like she's 12. Actually, Corpse Party did something similar to that. They said, this girl looks and acts like she's 11, but she's really 18, don't worry. And try to make everything less creepy.
Yeah, I hate when games do that. Oh, okay, he's not going to hug her, he's going to stab her. That actually makes it a little less creepy.
It makes it less creepy.
I like how she doesn't look terrified, just like mildly surprised. Oh, a knife!
This is not the first time this has happened to her.
Where did he get a knife from? Did he have it already when he came on the ship?
That is a great question. Do they go into that later, maybe?
They might.
Ah.
But for now, let's pretend like we don't know. I wonder why Zero gave this guy a knife. Clearly the least mentally stable of the 9.
And don't worry, this is all part of his plan. It'll be okay.
Yeah, this is fine. Don't worry. Is his arm bandaged? What is that on his? I can't quite tell. Maybe that's his. Is that just his jacket?
Kind of looks like a bandage. Have to see his other arm though. I feel like this guy's plan is not very good.
No, you do not think this all the way through.
No.
So even if this does work, so his plan here is to go through the door by himself. But even if this does work, if there are any other doors, if there are any other doors he needs to go through, he won't be able to because he's by himself.
Exactly. Like even if he thinks for some reason that the 9 door is right after this, there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, literally on the other side of this door, he needs 2 other people to come with him.
Yes. So again, I really question how he got past the first puzzle.
Is Pink Hair wearing a sock around her head? What is that? Are those earmuffs?
Oh, I can't see now.
Yeah, it just blacked out on me. Oh, shucks. I think her real name's Clover, not Pink Hair, but I like Pink Hair better.
Her real fake name.
Yeah, her real fake name is...
It's too confusing.
Her fake name is Pink Hair. Her real fake name is Clover.
Exactly. Okay, we're all on the same page now. Now we're I believe, are we recapping why this is a bad idea?
No,
we're
flashing back to about, I think, 2 minutes ago to explain what his plan is.
Okay.
In case anyone has forgotten.
Did he?
No, he doesn't. No. He seems to know less than he should.
He knows exactly what he's been told. Yes, and you're right, and in fact, less. So if this game is taking place in real time, they've wasted a good 45 minutes at this point.
Uh-huh. I'm amazed any of them get off the ship. If they do get off the ship.
Oh. I believe Michael said before that he is going for the best ending in this game, in this walkthrough.
I see. Well, you can't get the best ending without getting a different ending first. Okay. Are we just not showing that?
I don't know, actually. I'm sorry. He might be doing the good ending first, and then after that showing the other puzzles, and then the best ending, maybe?
Okay, that makes sense.
I could be just talking out of my ass. I don't really...
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. We're all in this together. And now one of our viewers is singing High School Musical to themselves.
I didn't even know it was a High School Musical reference, but
it wasn't supposed to be. Then I realized it was. I'm ashamed to admit I have seen the first one.
How did it take Junpei that long to figure out what he was going to do?
These people are all just very slow. And not necessarily slow as in stupid, slow as in they just take a very long time to do everything. It's like a team of sloths.
That is a terrible smile he's got going there.
Yes.
I don't think he clearly wasn't listening if he thinks he's going to get out of the nightmare by going through this one door.
This is the worst plan.
It does a nice job in the story of setting up what happens if you don't follow the rules.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, have they explained what the consequences are yet?
No.
We're about to learn.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Okay.
I think Snake has a piece of paper in his pocket where he will explain the consequences, but didn't beforehand because he's a jerk.
Yeah, I was gonna say perhaps he could have brought that up beforehand.
At least he waves goodbye to everyone.
Very polite.
Yeah.
This guy's just not forward thinking.
No. Yay, now he's off the ship, right? Oh, wait.
Yes. That door just leads directly off the boat.
They didn't have time to build the entire thing, so. Why are they still pulling on the doors? Like, how have they not figured this out yet?
It's going to work this time.
Oh, Budge, what a surprise. Uh-oh. Wonder what that could be.
If only someone in the party knew.
Uh-oh.
Who lied?
Hmm.
Maybe he did have a plan.
Perhaps. As we'll find out later, it was still a terrible plan, but yeah.
Maybe many, many hours from now.
Yeah.
I think I did get that part before in my second playthrough.
They do explain at least that part in the good but not great ending.
Yes.
We can't help you. Why didn't you listen to us?
Why did you have to do that stupid thing you just did?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I thought he was grabbing the door again.
Maybe if we pull now.
Hey, how about this time?
Who lied to you? Use words, man.
Explain more. Something terrible is about to happen to you.
Yeah. Who's him and he?
Alert.
Gyarked. Is that a death scream? Gyarked?
I wonder how a voice actor would pronounce that. I think that's the sort of thing that looks a lot cooler than it does when you're actually trying to say it.
So there was an explosion on the other side of the door.
That's probably bad news.
Now it's vacant again. Sort of.
Really?
Hopefully he uses the pad and not just pulls the door. Okay, there we go. They're using the scan. They finally figured it out.
Good. I was
See if I can pull it open.
I was afraid we were about to jump the shark and making fun of that.
Which pair? This doesn't affect things at all, but you can pick which two people you ask. Oh, that's supposed to be it too.
Wait, that's great. Wait. There we go. Our first laugh, an hour and 10 minutes in. Great comedy.
I wonder what they'll see when they open the door. It's going to traumatize everyone in the room. It's a bad idea. They had an explosion come from the other side of the door, the man scream, and then silence. Like, let's open this door up and see what's inside.
Fine. What do you mean? They didn't really have to specify that he slowly lowered the lever. I just kind of assumed that they do everything slowly.
And they lowered the lever at their normal pace.
We didn't pick the little girl to go in with us, right? Okay, good.
Oh, that's pretty bad, I guess. Thanks, Mountain. Let's see.
Oh, oof.
Yeah, I would say that counts as pretty bad. I wonder what he thinks is really bad. Like, what would have to happen? He's like, wow, that's really bad.
I have to ask all children to leave the room at this time. This game's rated M for mature, isn't it? It has to be.
It's rated E for everyone.
No, E, everyone 10 it up.
What's wrong with her face?
Maybe she's about to explode.
Yeah. Someone's cooking her. I actually know what's going on, but I can't say.
Do I know what's going on?
No, you don't.
I didn't think so.
I will tease like that throughout this.
And I will continue to ask if I'm supposed to remember this or not. My memory's so bad for stuff like this. I probably could have played the game like a week later and still had it be a new experience.
Paul's actually playing the game now. He has really short-term memory. Yeah, but her fever here is important.
Okay. I'll trust you on that. I wonder if when Michael Gray is doing walkthroughs on his video channel, he spends the whole time making fun of the games like we do.
Well, I think so. He like plays Phoenix Wright and
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
like actual good games, like games.
Okay.
Like we didn't make fun of Back to the Future the entire time. There were good parts in there too.
That's
But
true.
you were supposed to be the one that was counteracting my sarcasm.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not good at
all the
that.
points you liked. I don't know. We need a third person, someone here who actually liked the game.
I tried. I posted on Facebook asking for anyone else on the Game Cola team who wanted to join. If anyone out there has any requests for a Game Cola writer they'd like to see in the next video, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Don't say Lizzo though, because she already said no.
Let's try again. It is 10 o'clock. Good job, Ace.
Who likes video games on the Game Cola staff? We should get them.
I like video games, just not this one. We should play Ghost Trick. That's a game
that would be great.
That's a good stuff to say about.
That'd be wonderful. I could probably actually get Lizzo for that too. That's her game of the year for 2011.
Oh, I think it's mine too.
Yeah?
We're going to wait a little bit here, but we know 2 first place votes.
Wow, that's gonna be awesome if that actually wins.
Of all the games I played last year, that was my favorite.
I'm was kind of leaning toward it, but I'm thinking more Portal 2, I think.
Well, see, I only played the multiplayer portion of Portal 2, which was very good, but I never got around to the single player portion.
I'm dying to play the multiplayer. I'm just waiting for Lizzo to finish single player campaign so we can play through it together.
Yeah, it is. It's really good, but
Well, I was listening to this podcast, the Joystick podcast, and they were talking about how it was one of their games of the year solely for the multiplayer component. How it was one of the best co-op experiences they've ever had, which
it was
pretty good endorsement.
So, the only problem with it is that after you play through with one person, it's no fun playing through with anyone else because you already know what to do, but the other person does not. So that's the only thing. But the first time through, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm just waiting because Lizzo is afraid of spoilers if she does the multiplayer campaign.
There are no spoilers.
Yeah,
There's not
even in terms of just like game mechanics and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no story spoilers at all. It doesn't. It's a completely different side story.
Oh. Maybe I can persuade her to start playing it anyway. Because it would actually be really cool if I could play it before we start voting on the awards in case I want to vote for like best multiplayer or something. Were you on the staff last year? Were you around for the awards last year?
I was. I didn't vote. I hadn't played any of the games that year, so I couldn't really vote for anything. Okay. This time I've actually played a couple, so I have opinions.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Anyway, video game.
Yes, 999.
Yes.
So Snake is laughing at something, probably because he couldn't see the terrible mess that the one guy's body was in.
He's a sick sense of humor. Geez, no, he knows exactly what happens, and he still he still thinks it's funny.
You broke one of the rules. Ha ha ha. I could smell his blood. You still don't think it's funny?
Wow, the snake is slightly horrifying.
So, I mean, it's true that this was a terrible idea. I still don't know why Snake thinks it's funny.
Because he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
Let's see if Michael gets it right.
I hope so. The first part was that 3 to 5 people had to go through. The second part, the 2 of the options didn't make any sense at all.
It always has to be more than 6 people.
Rule 1, 3 to 5. Rule 2, more than 6. These rules don't make sense. I'm confused.
I think that would be the developers throwing the player a bone, like, hey, you get to do something. Wait.
Yeah.
There's interaction here. Hang on. Well, not quite. Well. Snake, why didn't you explain this stuff earlier? Because clearly nobody understands anything.
Especially 7, this guy. Snake's kind of a jerk.
I mean, he could have spoken up when the guy was about to enact his great plan.
I think it said something like he thought he was, like he's going to say something like he thought he was dangerous or something like that, so he didn't want to keep him around anyway, but still.
Wow. Snake is a terrible person.
I've told you that by the jacket.
This guy's not.
Although I guess
I'm just gonna let him blow up. That's fine.
His sister is a terrible person. Like, why does she let him dress like that? He's blind, but she can see.
You know, it's just the jacket. It would be like a fairly normal outfit without the jacket.
No, look at that skinny tie. That's terrible.
Do you think he tied it himself? Because I can't tie a tie, and I can, see things.
I can tie a tie.
You can, really?
Yeah. I thought that's why I was hired at Game Cola.
You tie all the guys' ties for them. No.
Real.
Before my wedding, I had to get my father tie my tie for me.
Oh.
That is the last time I wore a tie, also.
Like how they explain what Braille is in case. I'm not sure who doesn't know what Braille is.
Yeah,
but just
games rated M for mature, but they sure assume that their audience doesn't know anything. Why am I complaining so much? I like this game.
Yeah, I have to defend it more than you do. I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah, we definitely need like a 999 super fan for the next video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that would be though. Besides Michael Gray, who has already declined to participate in the commentary.
Get Lizzo.
She didn't play it actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone else on staff has besides us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, so now Snake is actually explaining what the letter in his pocket said. Which everyone's already figured out. This is important information that the ninth man sure could have used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone who goes through the door has to then deactivate the device by running their bracelet on a second device somewhere in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, they explode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a bomb inside of you. Surprise! And that's why Snake there was laughing. He blew up.
Is he supposed to be an awful person?
I don't know. I don't think so. Pretty serious. Which is what happened to the
If the
ninth
bracelet was somehow not on your arm when this happened, would you still explode, do you think?
I'm not going to say anything because that it's sort of a plot point later in the game.
Okay.
But
You really should have just given everyone 999 seconds.
they have a really long time to find the dead.
Yeah, exactly. I guess he must put them in an obvious enough spot every time.
Mm-hmm. I think if they also chopped off part of their arm, they could also remove the bracelet.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. If you lost an arm and therefore lost a bracelet, and the bracelet went through without you. But as you say, I guess we'll learn more about that later. Wait, what's that last part? Wait.
You could eliminate the people who might be a danger to him, like the crazy guy with a knife.
Maybe we shouldn't go too crazy with eliminating people. We kind of need their bracelets.
Yeah. Here's the obligatory portion where they summarize everything again.
Yes. I was holding my tongue this time. I wasn't going to comment on it.
Why, indeed.
Are they going to get food at some point?
They don't. So
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I get really cranky when I'm hungry, and it's kind of hard for me to think. I would be very bad at solving puzzles like 7 hours into this thing.
They have a snack break.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, I think it's reasonable, you know.
Yeah. There's a pretty nice spread, crackers, different cheeses.
That'd be great.
What exactly is around Santa's neck? Like, is that a belt or?
It kind of looks kind of belt-like, doesn't it?
Part of a shirt?
I thought it was something that had been torn up.
That he just kept wearing. Yeah, I don't know what. Huh. The clothing choices here are kind of odd.
Yeah. Very interesting.
So now everyone here has been kidnapped by the same man, is what's going on.
Okay, so they were all abducted from their homes then at midnight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dancer was just wearing that outfit at home. I'm gonna say she was coming back from a dance club or whatever she does. I already forget what her background is.
She's a computer programmer, actually.
That's right. That's actually correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not a joke. Well, I'm not sure if she is a computer programmer, but she's an expert with computers.
That's right. So was there like something really kinky going on at her house when she was kidnapped then?
There's no dress code at Apple is what the message here is. Or maybe there is. It's just a really creepy one. I don't know.
Or maybe she just works from home.
Yeah.
I mean, I work from home. I wear stuff like that all the time. I'm wearing it right now.
Why is she blushing if they're siblings?
This is a very complicated concept.
Yeah, you're related?
What? But your hair's not even pink.
And you're blind. Are you sure this is your sister? How can you tell? I'm sorry if I'm offending any of our blind viewers. So there are other relations in this ship.
I think we might actually not have another puzzle before this video is over.
I don't think so,
Yeah,
actually.
wow.
I think it's gonna...
I mean, there were, I believe I noticed at least 2 places where we've had an interaction in the past 50 minutes.
None of them really affect anything
No.
at all, but I wonder what happens if you do answer Snake's question wrong, if he just calls you an idiot.
Yeah, I bet he just calls you an idiot and then you get to try to answer again. Again, I sound like I'm complaining when I say that, but I don't really mean it. I think a common argument about games like this is, at this point, why don't you just read an actual book? But I don't know.
Well,
I feel like it's a different experience. Like, as I actually feel like I'm playing a role in this game. Like, even though there's not really much in the way of interaction, at least in huge swaths of this game, like I still feel like I am interacting with this game.
Mm-hmm.
I find it much more engaging.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's you can do a little bit more with a visual novel.
Yeah. Have you played a lot of other visual novels?
I have not.
Oh.
This was one of the first ones actually. Unless you count like Phoenix Wright. Like I am a fan of the adventure games, and it seems like a logical extension, like the next step.
Because I also don't.
You don't like gameplay that much. Here's more reading.
I also don't have a lot of experience with visual novels. I keep trying to find like a really good news website for visual novels so I can like keep my eyes out for ones that sound interesting, but I haven't really found one.
No, yeah.
Maybe Nikola needs to fill that niche.
We'll write our own visual novels and it'll be fantastic.
There we go. People keep talking about on the podcast about the game called RPG. We should make it a visual novel instead.
Would that be easier to design? I actually don't know.
I bet it would. I feel like... are you familiar with the AGS adventure game engine?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's just this adventure game thing where it does all... It's like RPG Maker.
Okay.
Makes it pretty easy.
And
I feel like there's one for visual novels as well.
Oh, okay.
Where you just pretty much... Like, it's much more visual than having to know a lot about coding. So I don't think it would be impossible.
That's good.
Yeah. Actually, Matt Gardner keeps threatening to make a visual novel of his own, in the style of the sorts of games he tends to review on Game Cola.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know, the ones with the poop.
Oh, why? So in case anyone missed it, it did say that they've already wasted an hour and a half of their 9 hours. Really should get to work at some point.
Wait, did they actually say an hour and a half?
Yeah.
That's really impressive, because we're at the hour 29 mark right now, just about. Good timing, Michael Gray.
There's Lotus being a baby and not going through all the explosion and guts and body parts.
Of course, if you just stay right here, it'll be perfectly fine.
No, she wants to go through the other door.
Oh, okay. When it gives you the options of what doors you can go through and which people you can go with, I find myself always picking the characters that I liked the best, the ones I wanted to hang out with more. Did you have a similar experience?
Same thing. My first time through.
I basically just kept picking, okay, is June in one of these? All right, I want to hang out with her more, so I'm going to go in the room, whatever room she's going in. I think I always tended to avoid Santa and Lotus, too, when I could.
I didn't have any problems with Lotus. Santa was kind of annoying.
Of course, if I was replaying now, I would absolutely always avoid Snake, because he's just a dick.
Yeah, no, I was very suspicious about Snake at first, so I tried to avoid him, but we don't need to go into that any further, but Paul knows why that's a bad idea.
I do. I think.
Maybe.
It's been at least 2 or 3 months. I'm not sure anymore.
They always do the digital roots over to the side like we don't trust them. We believe you.
It'd be kind of funny if one of the characters kept getting it wrong.
Probably 7.
Yeah,
if I had
that's
to
what
guess.
I was thinking too.
Does not look like he can do math. Oh, you get to do this one now.
That would be interaction number 3.
Yay! Not sure what happens if you get it wrong, but
Probably what we were saying before. They just call you stupid and make you do it again. Or maybe they just call you stupid and then figure it out for you.
Yeah. We actually might get part of another puzzle in here.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of a puzzle.
You got another 10 minutes or so.
Mhm.
11.
Actually, we might not. I take that back. There's a little bit of explanation after you get in there anyway. I'll be able to tell right here if Michael's going to get the good ending or the best ending.
Oh, because it involves which door he chooses?
Yeah, this random selection of doors
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I think determines what ending you end up getting.
I wonder if that's like a common thing with visual novels, if their choices are so arbitrary like this one is, or seemingly arbitrary, I guess I should say.
I would hope not.
Because that really did bother me when I was replaying it. I'm like, well, what could I have done differently to not get chopped up with an axe? Spoiler for the endings.
Yeah.
Or a knife, I forget which I got.
Yeah, there's 4
2.
endings there.
Yeah.
Is it 3? There's either 3 or 4 endings that are just terrible, and
Yeah.
you have to play the game again unless you want an awful ending
Yeah.
that doesn't explain anything.
Which is what I did the first time, and then waited another 9 months to play it again. Like, okay, I guess I just got stabbed with a knife, and that was it. That was how the story ended.
Michael's really thinking about this. Okay, if it's 5, then you cannot get the best ending this way.
You cannot get the
You
ending. Can he still get the good ending?
Yeah, to get the good ending, you
that's
have to
probably
do this.
what we're doing then.
And in order to get the best ending, you have to get the good ending first.
So hopefully then, when we go back and try to get the best ending, he will skip all the stuff that we've already seen.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Otherwise, we'll just be complaining a lot.
We will be. Or we'll go and just like get a pizza. Not really pay attention at all. Start watching other videos on YouTube.
Look at this cat. It's so cute. That's what our next one will be.
We'll probably just watch Have you ever seen the video with the slow loris being tickled?
Yeah.
It's a classic. Just sit and watch that on loop. I wonder if anyone's still singing songs from High School Musical right now.
I know I am. I don't know any. I assume they're all gangster rap, right?
Yes, all of them.
Okay, good.
There's also actually some dubstep in there. They were really thinking forward. I don't actually know what dubstep is. I know people talk about it a lot.
That's what all the cool kids are listening to.
Apparently it is. So we're still trying to work this out?
Yes. Yep, since we had to be difficult and go through door 5.
I don't understand how this group gets anything done.
Yeah.
I would be so frustrated if I were there right now.
Uh-huh.
No wonder the crazy guy went off on his own.
We're gonna die. What don't you understand? Stop investigating everything.
Stop looking at those pillows.
I'm waiting for Zero to come over the megaphone and be like, seriously, you guys, get moving.
Yes.
You're ruining my game.
Worst Nonary game ever. Are they making Clover go in the room with the dead person?
No, they're forcing her to separate from.
Oh, that's not
Snake,
nice.
which is what she said.
That's not nice at all. Just because we had to be selfish.
Yeah, just because you had to go through door 5.
Yeah.
Way to go, Junpei. Because he wanted to see the dead body. Yay, we're going through the door.
Ooh. On 7 minutes, we can get the first part of this puzzle.
I'm not sure, because there's always a little, like, intro part.
Yeah.
That's probably where Michael's going to stop it.
That would actually make a lot of sense, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Right before the puzzle. We'll start next time with the puzzle, though, so that'll be exciting.
Yeah. Exciting. I like this game, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like I'm like that with a lot of things. It's just so much more fun to make fun of things than it is to not make fun of them.
Well, I always have more to say if it's something bad. Like, if it's something good, I'm just like, I liked this, and that's as far as I need to go. But if it's something bad, I feel like I have to justify my opinion.
I think that's a common problem review writers find when they're writing reviews, is that if it's just an okay game, like, what do you even say about it? If it's a bad game, there's you can make lots of dumb jokes about it and talk about all the things that were terrible about it. But if it's a good game, like, it's a little more difficult, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and I sort of found this to be a little subpar. Like, I didn't think it was terrible, but it was a little below average. The skull's a nice touch there.
It is. It kind of obscures the number, though. Hope you don't need that right now.
The door's closing. And there's blood all over it.
What? The door's closing? What's happening? What do we do? I hear my wife shouting, "Oh no, oh no, oh no," in the other room.
What happened?
I don't know. I hope we can wait another 5 minutes.
Hopefully her bracelet didn't activate. This wasn't supposed to happen, Paul!
I believe she's watching a fairly recent Robin Hood television show on Netflix.
Oh.
And I'm guessing something bad happened in it. Oh, we did it.
Yay.
Wow, that didn't take much time at all, actually.
81 seconds is way too much.
How about just 8?
Yeah. That doesn't add up to 9, Paul. How about 9 seconds?
Okay, just 9 then.
I guess 18 would have worked. 27.
90 seconds would have worked just as well as 81.
It wouldn't. It's a rounder number, too.
Yeah.
We'd like to move away from this blood. Can we stop talking to you? They weren't really alone. There's 3 of them. Were they trying to move a wall?
Brute strength never works.
Yeah. Well, that one wasn't even a door. That was a wall, they said.
Are they going to try that with all the walls?
7 apparently thinks this is Wolfenstein. It's really, really dark in there.
Video games don't do that anymore, do they?
No, yeah, random walls.
Just walk up to every single portion of wall and press the space bar and hope something happens. I think it was space bar, right?
Yep, it was space bar.
Yep. Again, kiddies, don't read this part. I don't really want to read it either.
Okay, I'll narrate it. It was cruel.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's like another paragraph of this. How'd the bracelet come off?
No, his arm like just erupted.
Oh,
Or did it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Must be pretty powerful too for the bracelet not to have been damaged.
Yeah. It's got. I'm not sure what its faceplate is, but it's very durable. How would you pronounce that? Herg?
Herg.
Oh, that's the sound of throwing up. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, I didn't sound like I was throwing up just then though.
Herg?
Herg.
Why is he throwing up in the first class cabin? Like, keep all the gross stuff in one room.
Are you suggesting that he should throw up on the corpse?
Next to the corpse.
It already looked like vomit.
Yeah.
Might not even be able to tell.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, God, where are we going? What is this? I don't like where this conversation's going.
No. I really like. He should just pick up the bracelet. Like, that could come in useful.
He doesn't, does he?
No, he just looks at it. He's like, yeah, it's on the floor.
That's like a really dumb thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Try forcing it open.
Yeah, try to open it.
Wow, we really have the dream team here, don't we?
Yeah, we got the blind guy and the moron. This is not the optimal team here. I'm not sure how.
Else too?
No, this is the only three. So
really?
it's up to you to solve the entire thing.
Jeez. Yeah, it's okay because Junpei pretty much figures out all the puzzles by himself anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Mountain here is going to spend his entire time trying to break down the door. Yeah, we're getting ready for a puzzle. Here it comes.
It's just about time to stop.
Yep. Yep. It's going to stop right here.
Thank you all for watching. I'm not sure if we're posting this video the same time as all the others or by itself, so either keep watching and enjoy, or we'll see you again later. I'm not sure what.
Bye.
Bye. There we go.